Hey everyone, it's Brandy and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to go ahead and film I guess it's a winter book haul, sort of. I was gonna wait until like the official end of winter, but honestly I have accumulated so many books because I haven't done a book haul in a while and I wanted to just get this out the way. But I will say that I haven't bought as many books at one time as I was doing before. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. The first two books are the first two books in a series, or it might be just a trilogy, I believe. But this is White Hot Kiss and Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The next book that I have is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, and this is actually her second novel that she's come out with. The next book that I have here is actually kind of heavy, but this is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. Sorry if that's wrong. I actually saw Kaz over at Little Book Owl talking about this book a while, well, maybe it wasn't a while ago. I feel like it was a little bit ago. I think it was last year, but it might have been maybe halfway or more towards the beginning of the year. But I remember her talking about this and it really interested me, and I saw it on Amazon and I decided to go ahead and pick it up. So the next couple books that I have to talk about, all these books came from my OwlCrate box. In November I actually posted an unboxing for OwlCrate, so if you've watched that, and I'll also link that if you want to watch it, then you have already seen these books. But the first book that came in the November OwlCrate box was Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. Also in the November OwlCrate, I got Heartless by Marissa Meyer, and if you guys don't already know, this white cover was exclusive to OwlCrate. So I know they were selling extra copies that they had of the exclusive cover. I'm not sure if they still have it. If they do, I will leave the link in the description if you guys want to get yourself a copy with the white cover on it. And in my December OwlCrate box, I got A Fire of Stars by Audrey Cohurst. The next book that I picked up, and I can't remember if I got this in December or if I got this in January, but I was in Walmart one day with my mom, and like always, usually if I have a little extra money, and I'm like, let me go see what they have in the book section, even though I'm usually disappointed with Walmart, or at least my Walmart, because their book selection I feel like is terrible. But anyway, I found this and I decided to pick it up, and this is Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. The next book that I have here is Illuminae by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, and if you guys have been watching me, then you probably know that I already actually have a copy of this book, but I lent it out to someone, and that was a while ago, and I still haven't gotten it back, and I wanted to reread it. Okay, so I have been doing so good. Even though I was looking at Book Outlet, I had managed to not buy anything off Book Outlet in months, and I was really proud of myself. And yeah, we're not gonna get on that. But anyway, I told myself that I really wasn't gonna get anything from Book Outlet for a while because I have a tendency to buy too much at one time when I go to Book Outlet, and like I said, I don't really have the extra space to have too many extra books, but I had to make room because I bought them anyway. But on Boxing Day, which was the day after Christmas, they had one of their big sales, and I didn't get anything during the Black Friday sale because of this reason that I said. But obviously I couldn't pass this up, so I got a box from Book Outlet. And I will say though that I seen some people's purchases, and this actually wasn't too bad of a purchase considering how I usually am with Book Outlet. So my goal for this Book Outlet purchase was to get stuff that's usually out of my comfort zone. The book that is right on top that I didn't know was this big when I got it is called Kill My Mother, a graphic novel by Jules Feiffer. Not completely sure. Like I said, I didn't realize it was this big. Sorry if this is a different angle or anything. I don't know what is going on with my camera, but it only films for like 20 minutes at a time. So hopefully it doesn't overwrite the other footage I just filmed. But I'm just going to get back into it. So the next book I have is The Inflatable Woman by Rachel Ball, and this is another graphic novel And this really intrigued me because of the cover. I'll read the little synopsis on the back since it's really short. It says Iris, or Ballet Girl 42, as she's known on the internet dating circuit, is a zookeeper looking for love when she is diagnosed with breast cancer. Overnight, her life becomes populated with a carnival of daunting hospital characters. Despite the attempts of her friends, Maud, Grandma Suggs, Larry the monkey, and a group of singing penguins to offer comfort, Iris's fears begin to encircle her until all she has to cling to is the attention of a lighthouse keeper called Sailor Boy 39. The inflatable woman combines magic realism with the grit of everyday life to create a moving, honest, and surreal journey inside the human psyche. The next book that I have here is Isla and the Happily Ever After by Stephanie Perkins. And I bought Anna and the French Kiss and Lola and the Boy Next Door from Book Outlet as well. Still haven't read them yet, but I've been waiting for them to have a paperback of this one because they had the hardcover on there for a while, but I bought the other two in paperback, so I wanted to get this one in paperback as well. The next book I picked up was Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel, and I felt like this made its rounds around BookTube. Not last year, maybe in 2015. I can't really remember, but I remember a bunch of people talking about this. The next book I picked up is also another graphic novel. This is The Gigantic Beard That Was Evil by Stephen Collins. The next book I have here is The Dead MC Scrolls, The Lost Teachings of Hip Hop by Saul Williams. And during Cramathon, I seen Whitney over at Whitney Novels talking about this author. And the other two were the two books that I've seen her talking about or saying that she picked up right before Cramathon. And that is USA. This is another poetry book by Saul Williams. And I also picked up Said the Shotgun to the Head, also by Saul Williams. The next book that I got is also poetry, and this is for colored girls who have considered suicide when the rainbow is enough. And I think Whitney also picked this up, and I was just like, oh, I didn't know, I didn't know Book Outlet had poetry books like this, or just like poetry in general, a poetry section on their website. It's a whole bunch about Book Outlet I haven't really searched through yet, but I just went ahead and picked it up, not really knowing much about it. And then when I got it, and it says it's now a motion picture directed by Tyler Perry, and I was like, I've seen the movie For Colored Girls, and I knew it was based off a book of poetry. I just didn't know that this was it. So I'm excited now that I actually have a copy of this, because I wanted to read it when I watched the movie. I wanted to read, the book of poetry that it came from. And the last book that I have here is also a book of poetry. This is The Surrender Tree, Poems of Cuba's Struggle for Freedom by Margarita Engel. I think that's how you say it. And I believe it follows, I think her name is Rosa, during a war in Cuba. Not completely sure on that, but I read it. It sounded like it could be interesting, and it's, obviously something that I don't know much about. So I figured I would just go ahead and pick it up. That's everything I have. Let me know some of the stuff that you guys have gotten. Let me know if there are any of these books that you guys would like to see me pick up first. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye.